Made my mind up and I'll never be the same. Nah, this is my life, no, most of you can't handle. Don't wanna fuck with you anyway. It's a do or die decision for this passion, obsession. Made my mind up, say may call it a blessing. Opinions mean nothing, haters gonna keep running as we pull up stunting, knowing that we came from nothing. I got my baby boy now, no turning back as I demonstrate the sound. Feel the passion in my voice, words cut deep, real shit, no choice. I deliver when I speak. When you come from the underground, hungry and anxious, don't wanna play around with the ones who don't relate to this. See it from my eyes, the image are surreal. Capture the moments as they all become ill. They all decay away, waiting for the next day. As I stray from the grave that my life became the bay. Never keep focus on the past, cause it's gone. You wanna move on like the hook of the song go. Made my mind up and I'll never be the same. Nah, this is my life, no most of you can't hang. Nah, what? Don't wanna fuck with you anyway, no. Made my mind up and I'll never be the same. Nah, this is my life, no, most of you can't hang. Don't wanna fuck with you anyway, nah. Used to drink every day, smoke my cigarettes, until the time came that I found out it was useless. Never going back, that's the old me. Rick, one and I, playing heavy in the streets. Born with parents that were young in the youth. I learned from mistakes, seeking out the whole truth. Listen to yourself, fuck anyone's opinions. Got one life and you're one in a million. Time is gonna pass, for you know it, you're dead. So what's the legacy you got trapped up in your head? Understand purpose, passion and work go together with life, and I know that it hurts. We all gonna come up, the world needs you. So stop acting up and start being true. Demise tells no lies, read between the lines. Heads up to the skies as the underground will rise. Made my mind up and I'll never be the same. Nah, this is my life, no, most of you can't hang. Nah. Don't wanna fuck with you anyway. Made my mind up and I'll never be the same. No, this is my life, no, most of you can't hang. Nah, don't wanna fuck with you anyway. Nah, don't wanna fuck with you anyway. Nah, what? Don't wanna fuck with you anyway.
Did you guys see Elon Musk smoking some dank? A lot of people are tripping out right now saying, oh my god, Elon Musk is smoking weed. Man, that shit was a cig of weed. It was like half cigarette or tobacco, half weed. It wasn't all weed. I'm going to talk about the San Jose, California, Silicon Valley housing market and a potential drop. I have seen a couple homes that would have been $1 million, which are now $849,000. And I'm gonna speak from the heart here, and this excludes any Mexicans, okay? This excludes Mexican people. This is strictly for people from the Asian countries, even India included, because India is a part of Asia, right? So this is more directed towards like Indians, Chinese, Vietnamese, all that stuff, right? Not for Mexicans. Not because I'm part Mexican, but it's because Mexicans have been here for the longest time. Now we've been in the United States before. You know, we're Native Americans. Hello, basically, right? So to my Mexicano people, this is not directed towards you. This is directed towards the people from India and China. You know, there's a lot of Indians and Chinese now. A lot. I'm telling you guys, it's fucking crazy. You know? And it's like, damn. Jesus Christ. I'm driving to my work, right? And I'm looking, and on the right-hand side and on the left-hand side, it's just Indians to the right, Indians to the left, and they're everywhere. And I'm just like, what the fuck's really going on, man? Like, and then that's pushing people out of the Silicon Valley, basically, and just making room for them because they're making a lot of money. Right? They're making the tech money. Cannot hate on that. I can't hate on the technology jobs. I cannot hate on the people. I cannot hate on hard work, capitalism, you know. But it's just, it kind of gets sad when you realize, like, fuck, this is turning into a little India, like Fremont. Fremont's like little Arabville or whatever the fuck. And then Milpitas and San Jose now has an Indian population that just keeps growing and growing. And I'm like, fuck, there's already enough, you know. Okay, so the first people that inhabited San Jose were Ohlone Native Americans and Mexicans, followed by the Spanish. Indigenous peoples, Mexican peoples, right? Then Spain. The Spanish came along. After Spain came, then came the Europeans. The Europeans came later, and then the gold rush happened, and then the 1900s, and then all that shit. And then once the fucking technology really started booming out here, they started, a lot of Chinese people started coming. And then when the 2008, so there was a technology bubble burst, the tech boom, or the tech bubble burst. That was devastating, and that hurt everybody in 2000. And in 2008, there was a national housing crisis, and people were picking up properties in Las Vegas and San Bernardino valleys for fucking $60,000. And these homes people bought for like $300,000, $400,000 at the time. And then the market took a dump. They ended up owing like $300,000 on a house that then went all the way down to $60,000. And they're like, oh my God, we're paying $300,000 for a home that is really only worth $60,000. And then they foreclosed. They got foreclosed on, or they did a short sale on the house. It was just a disaster. All right, it was a fucking disaster. A lot of minorities, black people or old people, what would happen is they got scammed in 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008 into signing like a refinance on their mortgage. And I guess these snakes would go knocking door to door and be like, hey, you know, to mainly minorities or older people that are easy victims of this type of stuff. And they'd go and prey on them and be like, look, your monthly mortgage is $1,000. If you sign this piece of paper, it's a refinance. And what that is we'll bring your monthly mortgage down to $900. And the person was like, oh, hell yeah, I could save $100 a month. Fuck yeah, why not? So they would get a pen, they'd sign the paper, Miss Smith, give it back to the guy would take that piece of paper, which was a refinance mortgage, right? I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And then that person did not tell so that guy who had or lady that had them sign, secretly didn't tell them that their fixed $1,000 mortgage, so it was a fixed rate, which would never change. It would just stay $1,000 until they paid it off. Now, when they signed it over, it turned to a fixed rate. So then when the interest rates did eventually rise, so did their monthly mortgage payments. Thus, that person who did sign, that is the homeowner, ended up losing it because after a while they're like, wait a minute, I thought I was saving $100 a month. Now my mortgage is up. It's like $2,000 a month because interest rates went up. And they eventually lost the house. And it was all because that person had them sign, right? Saying, oh yeah, just sign, we'll save money right now. It's a refinance opportunity that's going on. They signed it, and then in the fine print, it said, this is going to be a adjustable interest rate. So if they're paying $1,000 a month at a fixed rate that would never change, so it'd be $1,000 a month forever, changed when there was a floating. So if the market was low, you're paying low. If the market's high, you're paying high. Fucked up. So what I see going on here in California, certain places are hit hard, certain places are not. And a lot of people keep saying, oh, the San Jose Silicon Valley is strong. It's very strong. Like, you'll never see a housing crash there. For some people, that is good. Especially people that are here that just bought a home that was $1.2 million. They don't want to see a crash. If someone there's a house that just sold that I looked at that I really liked, that I was like, wow, man. It's on a cul-de-sac, like a dead-end street. There's no neighbor to your right. Or if you're in the house, there's no neighbor to your left. Really cozy house, and it just sold for $1.2 million or some shit. And I was like, sitting back, and I'm like, what's it gonna take? You know what I mean? Like, would I ever fucking be able to afford that? Maybe, But I'm sitting back, and I'm like, if this market does crash, and that person is still paying for a $1.2 million mortgage, and then the house price comes down to $500,000, which truly it is not worth 1.2. It's speculation, it's location, and it's supply and demand, I guess, right? But it's also the hot market, because there's a lot of technology people out here that work in the tech sector. Indians, Chinese people, right? Taking over. So, whatever. And I look and I'm like, fuck, man. I really am watching out, and I hope that the market will stagnate and eventually get hit hard, just to kind of clean shit up a little bit. Bring home prices down, because right now it's like a fucking... Basically, it's like a gamble right now. It's like eBay. These houses are like fucking eBay right now. It's like, okay, this house is going on the market right now. Boom! Right on the market. They fucking put it up for $900,000. A family bids, they put $1 million. Another family bids $1.2 million. Boom, sold. For $1.2 million to this family over here that is most likely a foreign, and they're buying this home for $1.2 million because they have a technology job. That's fine. That's cool. But what that does to the people born and raised in the United States, it's pretty fucked up to them. You know what I mean? But then I revert back to my other self, which is the mushroom-inducing, free-spirited person saying, it doesn't matter where you're born, doesn't matter who you are, what your culture is. We're all ants on this planet, basically. Right? But then when I come back to this reality, being a father and needing shelter, right? I go, wait. That is pretty fucked up. Huh? There's got to be some type of legislation passed, maybe or maybe not. I don't know. And maybe with that legislation, how do the fuck you say that? Legislation. I was right. So say that if you are a foreign home buyer, that they make it easier, but they should make it a little more difficult because they're out. A lot of them are outbidding Americans, and that's a double-edged sword. It's not fair to the foreigners, and it's not fair to the Americans. It's not fair for it's like, okay, this American family, born and raised here, has a married couple, wife and kids, but the man makes $40,000 a year, and the woman makes $25,000 a year, right? And they both work hard, and they grew up. They want that quote unquote American dream, right? They want to buy a home. They don't want to be fucking homeless. But then you got this family that just moved here from India that has they make $100,000 a year each, and they're just like, oh, boom, buy that house, and then they tell their other foreign friends, and then they buy the next house, so on and so on. Who cares? The people selling the fucking houses care, and the American economy cares, because that's more revenue for the person selling the house. They get a bigger fucking check in their pocket, and they get more money up front, I guess, right? And then they're looking at the American family like, ooh, sorry. Born and raised in the United States, and you want the American dream. But we're going to give that American dream to this family that just moved here from India. Yeah, they want the American dream, and they had a lot more money up front than you did. So, sorry, bud. Go move to Arizona. Right? Arizona's getting fucking crazy, I heard. Expensive. So, my mom told me, because she lives in a neighborhood where the houses are $1.2 million and above. And if you guys see these neighborhoods, you'll be like, that is not $1.2 million. I don't care what you say. It is not $1.2 million of a house. But when a lot of people have money out here in Silicon Valley and they're making $100,000 a year, yes. Because that's what they're willing to pay. I heard that. A house is worth what someone's willing to pay. I guess people are willing to pay $1.2 million and or finance that. So she said that there's a house that is pretty worn down that is for sale by owner. So what that person probably wants to do is sell it to a flipper and just get a quick cash buyout real quick for a lot cheaper than selling it on the market, because they don't want to deal with all that shit. They probably want to buy it from a flipper. I mean, they probably want to sell it to a flipper. The flipper will give them a cashier's check of maybe $600,000, or maybe even way less, since everyone's kind of skeptical right now. And thus, getting the fuck out of here, right? Now, I have heart for the city. This is where I was born and fucking raised. I've traveled to Seattle. I've traveled to Portland, Oregon. I've traveled to Los Angeles, Reno, Nevada, Fernley, Nevada. I've never been to the East Coast. I want to go there. I want to travel overseas and stuff. Maybe Hawaii, but not right now because there's volcanoes and hurricanes. Maybe Italy one day. Maybe some Asian countries. But San Jose, California is and will always be my home. And I'll fucking fight, and I will fight to the death, and I will fight till that other motherfucker knows who they're messing with out here. And I'll be like, look, welcome, you're free to freaking call this place home as well. But make way for the people that have already fucking been here, okay? We've been here for a while, okay? You guys have a much higher advantage. You guys are here, fresh, brand new. You got a lot of money, got good jobs. We've seen a lot of stuff out here. Okay, we've been here, done that. Just watch out, because I have a lot more heart. And if you guys buy something now that is $1 million plus, and then the market tanks, and you guys have to get foreclosed on, or you want to sell it off, and you end up losing a lot of money, and you get worried and scared and start freaking panicking, and I'll be sitting in the back with the cigar waiting for that time. Okay? You guys are running this shit, fucking, this bubble is just expanding. And then finally, when it pops, a lot of people might lose their shit and lose their minds, you know what I mean? And, this place is home, man. This place is home. Will always be home. And unfortunately, in 2008, when the market did take a little shit, I was like 17. I had no idea about any of this type of stuff. You know what I mean? So, to everyone else out there, good luck. Hopefully San Jose, Silicon Valley house prices do go down. And hopefully a lot of people that did buy at the top of the market find out that maybe that was not the best idea, and that they're selling it off to make room for the people that are here, American, that have been here for a while, and that want to live that quote-unquote American freaking dream. Thank you all very much, because I'm here for the long road, buddy. I'm here for the long haul. I'm not here to do no investment flips. I'm here to live, baby. All right. Peace. Mike Martins. How are you, buddy? Check it out. I'm listening to the...
What is your net worth? Few people talk this way, except, of course, at the country club.
I'm sorry to hear about the people hating on you, Mike, out there in Merritt. Very unfortunate. Hey, like I said, look at how I am right now, like about a lot of the people coming in here. Yeah, exactly. Haters. Whoop. Boo-boos. Oh, he dropped a little doozy. Boo-boos. Maybe people are not willing to see the change, Mike. Maybe people don't want to see Merritt grow. Maybe they want to see it stay small, you know. A lot of people like that small type of vibe. My grandparents live in Fernley, Nevada. And in Fernley, Nevada, which is a 30-minute drive from Reno, there's an Amazon plant. And what happened was my grandpa was driving me around. Yeah, focus on family, focus on you. And over time, people are going to start to open up to you more and feel where you're coming from. And you can feel where they're coming from too, perhaps. Like, you know, maybe a miscommunication. But in Fernley, what happened was there was like a house that had like a helicopter landing pad that was going to be built. Never got built. And it was like literally It's like a vacant house since 2005. A shopping center that they always go to, which has a Round Table Pizza, is the only thing there. Round Table Pizza. There's no other things. So all the other shopping mall stores in that area are just vacant, empty stores. So it's just sitting there. So they built it all for nothing. And that's in Fernley. Nevada. Yes, pretty much. I wouldn't even say abandoned. I'd say built and no one even freaking moved in. No one even moved in. Because my grandpa, what happened was they sold their house in San Jose for $500,000. And they bought the house over there for, I don't know how much, but he's like, you know, the place was about to take off because Amazon built a warehouse out there. And, you know, there's a Walmart, there's an Amazon, so it's starting to look like it was coming up. Still very rural land. A lot of farming stuff going on out there. And, you know, you drive down there, it's basically a retirement community. But there's just a bunch of stuff that got built and just stayed vacant. You know what I mean? And it's very, it's crazy. So, and that's about like a 5-hour drive from where I live. So how's business out there besides all the haters and all the people that seem like they're afraid of, it seems like maybe Desert Run, maybe perhaps the people there in Merritt, maybe, yeah, that's good, hell yeah. Maybe the people there in Merritt don't want, like I was saying, they don't want their city to be put on the map. Maybe they don't like or uncomfortable with people videotaping themselves or uncomfortable with that. Maybe they haven't adapted to the new what's going on now. You know, I mean, where I live, everybody's doing it, basically, right? You go down the street, and people are just like videotaping. So maybe the people there in Merritt are just a little uneasy when it comes to this new way of life, which is vlogs, daily vlogs, putting yourself out there. A lot more people like to keep it low key. Even some of my good friends and my mom's husband, they don't like that stuff. They like to be low key. When you put a camera on them, they don't like it at all. So. Come on down. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. In the Philippines, that'll be cool. What area? Pampanga, Angeles City. That's where the air base is, the Clark Air Base. Roop, bloody Roop. Hi, Roop. Oh my God. Sorry, my son is taking a bath right now. He's taking a bubble. What we call it. Got his little shorts, his little Nike shorts. I bought them from Kohl's, baby. My girlfriend's always like, why the hell do you always put those shorts on them? I'm like, because they're legit. Colin Kaepernick, baby. Yeah. Colin Kaepernick, baby. I'm just kidding. It is what it is. Where at, Mike? Where in the Philippines are you looking to build a house out there? Hopefully not Manila. Super overpopulated. Oh, shit. Boo-boosh. Boo-boo-socks. Almost done with it, Mike. The audio book. Because like I said, I'm reading that book up there, and when I read, I tend to read the same thing over and over again on accident, and then I get super sleepy. Oh, nice. Is it Cebu? Cebu Islands, like in the southern part of the Philippines? That'll be so nice, Mike. Kicking back, having like a nice drink, a cerveza. Yeah, I know about that. Oh shit. Oh shit. It's true, Mike. It's true. Yeah, my Cebu, southern Philippines. But The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. The book resonates very, very well. I love it. I love it a lot. I'm not done with it yet. Almost there though. Almost. Are you at your business right now? Are you running business? Let me see. Oops. Cebu Island. Wow, man, that looks freaking beautiful, man. Nice. Yeah, but like I was saying, there was some guy that was selling a house by my mom's neighborhood, cash, for sale by owner. Probably because they don't want to deal with the realtor and stuff like that. But it's a very run-down house, so he'll probably sell it for very, very under the value. And the houses are 1.2 million there, and they're 3-bedroom houses. But the schools are good. My brother has straight A's, 1B and then all A's. And it's a good school district, but my mom used to volunteer at the elementary school. She said there's a shortage of kids because no one can move in right now. Everybody that's living there has been there for a while, and they're just holding on to their appreciating equity. And there's a shortage of kids, and I noticed that too because when it was my brother's graduating class, when he graduated from elementary school, each class only had like 8 kids, each teacher. I was like, what the hell? When I was in school, my class, there was like 30 kids in each class, or 20 kids in each class. There was only like 10, 11, maybe 8. So that was weird to see that. Cebu. Is there any laws out there? Or, I don't know how to spell that. I don't know how to spell Philippines. Let me see. Philippines. I think that's how you spell it. Oh wait, Philippines. Damn it. Oh, naked boy.
Put your clothes on. I think you want to sleep. You don't go nap.
Oh, you wanna go sleep?
Put his clothes on. I go get milk.
Okay.
Dry your hair.
1 second, Mike. I'm gonna get my kid ready. Come here, Kaka. Oh my God.
Look.
Oh shit. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy.
Get over here. Look what I have. Look.
Get your butt off the pillows. Get your butt off the pillows. Oh.
Dry your hair first before you go sleep.
Oh, we got it. So you don't get sick.
Okay? Dry your hair first. Your lotion on.
We got a little. Now put these shorts. My favorite ones for me.
No put lotion? Put a little bit. Maybe it's too spicy.
On his lips.
Dry. Ooh, dry. Come on, get your milk. Yeah?
Put the lotion for the night. You put the lotion. Still, they've been out there since like 11. I was like,
Who is running away?
Who is running away? Nah, it's just running away.
Who is running away? Who is running away? Yucky duck. Mama never watch.
Quack, quack, quack.
Mama never watch.
She went at Walmart in the machine, the clock. $1.
Now let's find out.
No, $1. In the freaking game. Oh yeah. Oh, Naja, you want to get freaking beat up, buddy? Cállate, we. Look at. Say hi. Say hello to our Canadian friend. Say hi, Mike. Hi, Mike. Oops. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Mike, where are you at, buddy? You should do Instagram Live. You get a lot of followers that way too. This is Nija, my son. Hello. 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 Tickle, 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 tickle.
Yeah, go.
Hola.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Go. Này này.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Gì tí? Này 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 này. Cái này thuyết vào mày đó bạn. Cái này ạ.
I'm gonna close this window because these guys are like, oh no, oh no. Oh. Oh my. Oh my god. Where's my phone? I'll take picture. Nice, yeah.
Cái này biết. Này này.
Sit still. So Mike, what would you suggest for someone like me in the next 2 to 3 years? Very little down payment because, you know, I don't work 5 days a week. You know, I make good hourly wage, and I could definitely sell some stuff on the side, Amazon, eBay. And whatever cash I do get, like a bonus, I'll just put straight into a savings for a down payment. You know. Tips. Yeah, you're right. You do get a lot of tips. It's money. I will. With the ladies. I noticed that too. Cocktail. I still need to watch Silence. I told my girlfriend, I was like, look, babe, we need to watch Silence. She's like, what is that? I was like, don't worry, we'll watch it. I just don't know where I was looking for Silence. I couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't find it on Netflix, I mean. And we don't have a DVD player. Oh, it really is? Shit. I'm on net. I'll go right now and check. Hit the root.
So you want to go to Stanford?
Yes, I almost got it.
Damn it. I think they took it down. I can't find it. I can't find Silence right now. I've been looking for it last night and today. Can't really find it. Glare. There we go. There we go. But, you know, like I was saying, Mike, was this. I was like, all right. To people that are here, that are working, and they're able to afford the homes, it's cool. You know, I respect that. I respect the fact that, you know, people work hard. And especially out here with the money they can make, like $100,000 plus a year doing technology jobs. It eliminates the people that have been here for generations and like the quote unquote the Americans, you know. And I understand that we're all in this together on this planet. We're all one race, we're all freaking the same. Cultures are different. We all have different cultures and stuff, but like I said, it's sad when you see a place that you once were able to call home skyrocket price-wise, right? And then you're like, wait, but as a kid, you're like, I was always told that, you know, American dream, whatever. And then now that I'm of the age to want to go out and get some inflation too, yeah, very true. And I'm like, now I'm at that age, right, 29, and I'm looking, I'm just like, what the freak, man? Like, and then it's turning into a little India, a little China, and nothing against them. There's a lot. There's just so many coming in, and I'm like, fuck. What, you know, I don't want to leave my home. I don't want to leave where I'm from. I mean, most people do it. It is a nightmare now. Because, like where I work, right? I work at this place in Sunnyvale, so I drive, right? I drive. We have a used Lexus, older Lexus car, right? I was like, we're not gonna buy a new car. Fuck that. It's ridiculous. I told you that story. So I'm driving on the road. I look to the left. It's all people from India, right? Indian people. I look to the right. It's all Indian people. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. But then in the back of my mind, I'm like, wait. I mean, that means you guys are going to start putting up housing prices. Apartment rents. I'm telling you, Mike, watch. I'll send you a link right now. Hopefully it works. Apartments for rent in San Jose. $2,500 a month. This one is $1,900 a month. So, all the apartment complexes that run along the light rail system, the train system out here, that was built like 10 years ago plus, is where all the Indians live. Because, you know, they're here. It's convenient. They don't need to buy a car. All they need to do is take the train station, the light rail station, to and from work. And I sent you a link, but I don't know if it's going to work on here, but you're looking at $2,300. A 2-bedroom, it's factual. It's crazy. You know, it gets to that point where it's like, all right, me, not going to complain necessarily, but I will call out what I see, you know, and I'll be like, it's not fair to the foreigners to be against them for coming in, but then it's not fair for the people that have been here to get pushed out. So it's a double-edged fucking sword. You know, I'm not going to go out there and tell people like, oh yeah, you're pushing us out, whatever. I should be able to adapt no matter what. And that's why I'm glad that you have, you know, have me reading The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind so I can learn that, hey, it's not the government, it's not the economy, it's no one else. It's all within my mind. It's all within me. So I have to use this all to my advantage. So it's, you know, it's a double-edged sword, Mike. And oops. So that's where I'm trying to stand, Mike. I'm trying to stand on a very balanced playing field right here, a very balanced board. And I'm trying to teeter-totter to where I'm not hateful and I'm not angry, but I'm not a pushover either. Okay? If I lean too much of a pushover, then I will not get what I am working for. I won't get the home that I truly want and need, in the community that I call home, born and raised, right? Because I'll be like, oh, I just gotta leave because everyone else is doing it. So that's why I want to kick back with the cigar and be like, hey, let's watch as the market goes up and down. But also at the same time, I don't want to be too hateful. Is that how you Las Cruces? Good luck. I'm signing out, Mike. My son is asleep. All right, y'all. Demeasel the Weasel is heading out.